One line in a 1976 log was amended in ink. One digit changed. That single correction is why we're here tonight.
We have a narrow window. If we don't get a clean contact before the sea builds, we lose this chance.
Contact 2 is human-made, but it's not our aircraft. The real target should be one body, one story.
At 30,900 meters, we don't improvise. We execute a plan built for the worst.
From here on, every meter is earned. One burst of thrust can blind us for minutes.
We're looking for geometry. Straight lines don't belong down here.
The ocean paints everything the same color, until the right light angle reveals the truth.
If a name is still here, it deserves to be read with respect. Impact damage leaves patterns, compression here, tearing there. It's a timeline in metal. We'll circle wide first. No sudden thrust, no unnecessary silt. Every panel line we find is a step closer to a positive ID. Markings survive in fragments. A single stencil can confirm a year. Now we move from silhouette to story, cockpit, systems, the human space.
This canopy frame took the hit first. The rest followed in seconds.
Cold War training was unforgiving. One error, one failure, and the sea keeps it. We're scanning for serial plates, squadron art, anything the water didn't erase. The airframe is compromised, but the structure still tells us how it died. No theatrics, just careful light, careful distance, and continuous recording.
We've found the story compartment, the ejection seat rails, and the last checklist space.
If we find personal effects, we document and leave them undisturbed unless recovery is authorized.
There, stenciling under slime film. Let the camera do the reading. That number matches the log correction. The ink change was real. This is the moment it becomes history, not salvage.
Logging coordinates now, transmitting stills.
If anyone didn't make it out, we owe them silence and care.
We're ready to plan lift points only after we finish the full survey. We came to recover a machine, but we found a chapter of 1976 still intact.
Next, we ask the hard question. Can we raise it without destroying what's left?
Survey is the easy part. Recovery is where the ocean starts negotiating back.
We have one lift window before the front arrives. Heave limits are critical.
Understood. We abort if we hit the limit.
Every component is a promise. At 3,900 meters, the weakest link decides the story.
We lift the structure that survived, not the parts the sea already turned to lace.
Same bottom, different mission. Now every move is about load paths and restraint.
Soft straps distribute pressure. Metal shackles don't belong against 1976 aluminum down here. Load isn't just weight, it's friction, edge bite, and vibration for hours on the way up. If it rolls, it breaks. Control the attitude, and you protect what's left.
Rigging is done. Now we learn whether the seabed has fused this aircraft to the ocean.
This is load control. Weight moving from silt to sling, millimeter by millimeter.
We call topside to reduce rate. Tension is held flat while we confirm the structural frames, not skin, are taking the load.
1, 2, 3, 4, hold! We don't lift in one move. We hold, we verify, and we lift again.
Free of the seabed, now the ascent can begin, and the risk changes shape.
The front is accelerating. We have to tighten the timeline. Maintain the conservative ascent rate, but move faster.
Understood, Captain. Increasing winch speed while monitoring.
Depth changes everything. Pressure drops, flow shifts, and the structure relaxes as it climbs.
Easy on the tension. Keep it centered. We're taking a surge.
Holding center. Copy that.
Shock loads kill recoveries. Slow is not caution, it's survival.
The actual weight exceeds the expected by 3%.
It's the trapped sediment. We need to initiate a hold for drainage during ascent.
What looks like smoke is 50 years of sediment letting go.
T-minus 10 seconds to stabilization.
Holds are where recovery succeed, because that's where we catch problems early.
This is docking in the dark. No second try, no gentle bump allowed.
Redundancy is respect. We don't let the sea finish the damage on our watch.
We're leaving the site with history intact. Still underwater, still protected, still accounted for.
The goal isn't trophies. The goal is stewardship, especially when the wreck carries human traces.
is the enemy now. The restoration clock starts the moment we arrive.
We don't clean history. We stabilize it, document it, and stop time from erasing it further.
Restoration begins with truth. Measure it, map it, and never invent what the sea removed.
Caliper readings are stable and the barnacles are intact. The chafe sleeves worked perfectly.
Agreed. The lift was a success. The cradle design is validated.
Some parts aren't work areas. They're reminders, handled with distance, care, and permission.
We're not erasing the seabed, we're recording it, because the growth patterns are part of the aircraft's timeline.
We have aluminum thinning near the intake fractures. I am ordering 0 high pressure near these torn edges until salt extraction is stabilized.
If it's still weeping silt, it's still releasing its past. We let it speak before we intervene.
When a marking resurfaces, we stop. The aircraft tells us what it's ready to show.
Salt comes out in waves. You don't rush it, because rushing it means new corrosion starts in hours.
The ocean hid this fracture under silt for decades. Now it dictates how we keep the airframe alive.
Restoration is not a sprint. It's a controlled slowdown, so the aircraft doesn't crumble the moment it dries.
Before we change anything, we capture everything. This scan becomes our truth record.
Salt extraction is slow chemistry. If we skip it, the Atlantic comes back as corrosion.
Wind flow. The rents to trust to fall for some synchronized adventure.
We move sediment with water, not violence. The goal is extraction, not spectacle.
Sometimes the biggest win is stopping. Preservation is knowing when not to touch.
We separate what can be cleaned from what must be conserved. One method never fits all.
We need to anchor the exoskeleton here, bypassing the thin skin.
The load must transfer through these stronger frames to prevent sag over time.
We support the aircraft without redefining it. The structure must rest without losing its truth.
Drying is where many wrecks fail. We dry it like a patient, slow, monitored, and reversible.
We don't repaint history into clarity. We reveal what survived and leave the rest as absence.
How's that tension looking, Mark?
Solid, boss. Holding steady.
All right, let's lock it down.
Salt blooms are the ocean trying to return. We push it back, patiently, repeatedly.
From here, every action is about longevity, stabilize edges, stop loss, and keep the aircraft safe to witness.
We never counterfeit. Any new part announces itself, because honesty is the whole point.
We're not rebuilding a fighter. We're preserving evidence, so the past can be seen without being rewritten.
The results are clear. Minimal strain detected. We are approved for cosmetic conservation and signage planning.
If we don't know, we say we don't know. That's how you honor history, by refusing to invent. Good conservation is invisible. If the camera can spot the fix, we've done too much.
We've stopped the ocean's clock. Now we decide how to show this story without ever exploiting it.
Safety matters, but we solve it without grinding the artifact. Protection must never become alteration.
We kept the scars. That's the point. You can't honor the past by airbrushing it away.
And just when we think this chapter is contained, another coordinate surfaces.
We're not straightening it into a showroom lie. We're supporting what survived so it can be seen safely.
If the artifact resists, we listen. Force is how history turns into debris.
Preservation isn't making it prettier, it's making it last without rewriting a single square inch.
If it can't survive a hallway ride, it won't survive a decade on display, so we prove it now.
A plaque isn't decoration, it's accountability. It tells visitors what we did and what we refused to do.
We show improvement as stabilization, not transformation. The scars remain because the story is real.
It's tempting to dramatize, but the real drama is time, metal, salt, and memory in one place.
Tomorrow it moves, still fragile, still honest, and now protected by everything we learned the hard way.
This is the first time it's been seen in decades, without the ocean between it and us.
We kept the evidence intact, rust, scars, and all, because that's what time actually did.
The most important thing we didn't do was disturb what didn't belong to us. This isn't a trophy from the sea. It's a witness.
And witnesses deserve dignity.
We didn't bring it back to erase the past. We brought it back so the past can be faced.
Respect isn't a slogan. It's boundaries we refuse to cross, even when the camera wants more.
Today isn't about us.
Sure.
It's about what the Atlantic held and what we chose to do responsibly.
Some stories come back with gaps. Our job is to preserve those gaps, not fill them with guesses.
The load cell curves confirm the heave compensation held the moment. We made 3 key load control decisions, highlighted by the...
We preserved it the way time left it, because respect means letting history remain itself.
This is what the Atlantic kept. Scarred, quiet, and unchanged.
See how the mechanism shifts the wing pivot point here. It's incredible engineering.
They didn't try to hide the wear. It shows what she really went through.
Sometimes the most honest shot is the one you don't take, because you chose restraint.
Right.
If someone questions our choices, the records answer. That's how stewardship earns trust.
It spent decades in darkness. Now it rests in light, without being exploited. We recovered a machine, but what we protected was the truth.
Welcome to a recovery told in full. Search to stewardship, so the artifact never becomes a myth.
At that depth, the water pressure is enormous. It completely crushed the fuselage. It's darker than anything you can imagine.
The real victory isn't bringing it up. It's bringing it up without taking more than we're owed.
If you want motion, we move the model, not the artifact. Preservation stays first.
One aircraft was never the whole story. That second coordinate is where we go next.